Joining us now from Montgomery, Alabama, the House Minority Whip, Congresswoman Katherine Clark of Massachusetts. Whip Clark, thank you very much for coming to the weekend. There's a lot of concern, consternation, anger, which I'm sure you're going to see there in Montgomery, Alabama, over what the Supreme Court has done to the Voting Rights Act. And a lot of people are going to be wondering, what are you, meaning Democrats, what are you going to do to preserve the right to vote and to push back against what the Supreme Court has done?
Yes, thank you, Jonathan. And watching that footage that you just played, I was so lucky to be able to come several times to Selma, to Montgomery, where I am today, and walk that Edmund Pettus Bridge with John Lewis. And what I realize now, as John told us the history, what he did, how he rallied, how he strategized, he was also preparing us for this moment. And his last words that I heard him say, he told us to be bold and to keep the faith and that change was going to come. I didn't think that we would be in this position for my next trip to Montgomery. But Democrats are united with the American people. And here's what we're going to do. We are going to use every single tool we have, whether that is legislation, whether that is going to the courts, but our most powerful tools, the American people. And the American people are united in that they want a country that protects that core right to vote, because they understand without that right, we cannot create a fair and just economy. So we are going to continue to fight alongside, shoulder to shoulder, with the working people of this country who know they are working so hard and not getting ahead. And what we are seeing is the decimation of Black political power and brown political power in order to keep power for those who have no interest in helping the American people have opportunity in this economy. And that is why, despite all of this, we will win in November.
Congresswoman, as you were talking, I was writing down some things you said. You said that John Lewis told you all to be bold. You said that you guys were ready to use every tool. And you said that the American people are united in protecting the right to vote. I don't know that the American people are united in that everybody in the country should have an equal right to vote. We see what Republicans are doing. They aren't doing it because, they believe that they're doing the exact opposite of what some of those voters might want. So when they have been working on this for decades, right, for a very long time, and Democrats, people who want voters who have access to voting for people that they want to represent them, they want specifics. So when you say every tool, what are those tools?
So this is how it is going to work, and this is the moment that we're in. When I say every tool, we are going to use every power that we have in Congress to bring legislation, to advance it. We know we're in the minority, but we are going to continue to find those opportunities to move forward. We are going to litigate. We also are clear-eyed about what we just saw from the Supreme Court of Virginia, that they overturned the will of the people. So we are not being naive about the forces and the enemies of democracy. But this is how we win, and this is how we get to a place where we can put forward into law, sign into law, the protections and restore the Voting Rights Act. That is by connecting people with where they are. And what people are telling us in this country is they are not making it. And when they see a government that is taking away their health care, that is taking away food programs and veterans benefit, you bet they're mad. And they know what this is. They know that taking away this vote, this suppression and disenfranchisement is directly linked to taking away their economic opportunity.
And Congresswoman, excuse me, is there a bill, like it's been like a week and a half, 2 weeks since Calais decision came down. Has there been a bill introduced? Is there a bill that's going to be introduced next week? Is there a lawsuit that you guys are working behind the scenes on? I guess those are the kinds of specifics I'm looking for, because it's been 2 weeks since Calais.
There are multiple lawsuits, and we have the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act that has always been where these voting rights will be restored. So that is done. But what are we going to do right now? What are we going to do in the next 6 months until we have the midterm elections? And that is getting into communities. That is mobilizing, that is registering people to vote, that is telling people that despite all of this oppression that they are seeing, this rolling back of their voting rights, they still have power. And that's what we're going to do. We are going to campaign hard. We are going to organize and mobilize voters. It's what we are going to see right here in Montgomery today. Thousands of people coming out and saying, we are the American people with the power, and we are not going to let a corrupt president and those who empower him take our vote. And will we have challenges from this? You bet we will. But can we have opportunities to flip seats and win the majority? It's not just an opportunity. We're going to make that a reality. Because the American people are angry. They understand that this system is being rigged against them by this administration. And now is the time for people who want to attack the fundamentals of our democracy to stand shoulder to shoulder, not only with the groups that are helping protect the vote and those grassroots organizations and our labor unions, but with the American people who might have tuned out and find that the government just doesn't work for them. We have to reach all of them, go to their communities, and tell them why their vote is not only important, but that it still matters.
Minority Whip Katherine Clark, thanks so much for joining us.